Attack left lane.
That'd be the shit, though, right?
No.
Nope. Good answer.
Attack the Gold Fury.
My Janus is not foretold in Legends.
Group up.
Fuck you kids, you meta these days.
And you see panic set in.
Oh, you're fuzzy-wuzzy. Let's not hurt them too bad.
Let's make them scream!
Arthur, prepare yourself. Our foes approach. Split push.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Split Push. This is a Smite podcast over here. This is episode Big 40 coming at you here tonight. Along with me, the usual suspects here. First up, let's pick someone more exciting than last week. How about Guy?
What's up, everybody?
Alright, then there's Dirtnap Dan.
What's up, everyone?
Yuki.
Yo.
And Beagle Girl.
Hello.
And along with us tonight here is once guest before, back around for a second time, coming down mid lane right at you, it's Paul.
I'm back.
Welcome back, my friend.
This makes him our second repeat offender, right?
Yeah, you're number 2 at being number 2.
Who argued with me that he was number 1?
Kabam was the first one to be on twice.
Oh, no, that's right. Okay, never mind. I got that.
So Paul, my first question to you is: are you guys going to be clamoring to come back on or get your coach to come on the podcast right before the World Champions next year?
We don't have a coach.
Well, so then someone's got to come on the podcast right before, because Kabam came right on before Worlds last, and you saw what happened there.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it's going to happen again, but it could happen again.
Can ask a teammate.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and this is saying a lot for me because I'm expecting you to be in Worlds right now.
I hope so too.
Oh yeah, we'll see you there.
Absolutely.
Going back to last year's, that was amazing. I mean, I had so much fun watching that whole tournament. And the highlights for me was, we just had Kabam on and Splice was doing good, and you guys, were in it. You weren't out of it, and I'm just like, you are so damn good. It's just so fun to watch.
It was so fun to play, dude.
But then remember, we were making fun of Dan because he was behind, so we kept just trying to randomly cheer.
Oh yeah,
that was great.
Dan's
but then they took a tower.
The stream. We're down here, but we're ahead of them. So we're trying to mess with them.
We started cheering, and then they destroyed a tower. And he's like, "Were you guys cheering over a tower being destroyed?"
Like, no, we were cheering over nothing, but then they just happened to take a tower.
It's like, woo, objectives! Yeah!
You guys killed it. You guys lost the first game to Insignium, the first set.
Yeah.
And you didn't lose again for 6 straight sets.
Yeah. It was, that was brutal, dude. We're just a little too cocky, and then, we're facing our elimination if we lost after we lost to Insignium, so we're just like, we gotta take it really seriously, and that's what we did.
There's a fine line between confidence and cocky, isn't there?
Yep, 100%.
All right, guys, for serious this time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we can't just dick around and win because we're awesome. Yeah. Oh man, so what was the highlight of Worlds for you?
Beating United, I think.
Yeah.
Just, oh my god, the crowd, dude. It was so loud. I'm just like, oh my god, this is awesome. So awesome.
Yeah, I mean, every time I think about Worlds, I get like, I'm all excited, it gives me, even just takes my energy up a level. And,
it's really hype.
And I was just watching it. I can't even imagine, the
Being
memories that you have obtained from this journey so far, and what I'm sure you're going to continue to create new memories of here going forward in the future. I think you're one of the best players in the league right now, if not the.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely. So, you got any new dance moves planned for this season?
Probably do. Probably. I don't even know what I was thinking, dude. I was just. I rewatched that the other day and I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Well, you know, it's what the moment calls for sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. All right, now we're all here fondly thinking about Worlds, but let's bring things around into the upcoming season here. So, you know, I mean, lots of cool things are going on. What has you most excited about this new season?
Definitely like living down there, in Georgia, the team houses and stuff. Like that's just so crazy to me. That Smite's doing that.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Up there in Georgia.
Yeah, it's just insane to me. I always wanted to be in a gaming house, dude. I thought it'd be so fun. Now it's happening.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
That's gonna be nutty, dude.
Yes.
It's gonna be, you know, kumbaya and group hugs followed by throwing shit across the bedrooms at each other.
That's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, you're going to need to get yourself a team mom to cook and clean up for y'all.
I'm ordering food every day, dude.
First name relationship with the pizza delivery man.
Yep.
Yeah, Atlanta's big enough that you get good delivery there.
Oh yeah, you can get almost anything delivered in Atlanta, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that is going to be a neat thing for the sport and the community. Just having you together, it's going to give them better quality, more options to do more things, and you know, I'm excited to see the league grow this year.
Yeah, so am I.
So, how did you guys end up all switching to SK Gaming?
It's a good question.
Wow.
He's like, I don't know. Nilma just called me one day and said we were SK Gaming now. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. SK Gaming, dude, and then I don't know. SK is a big org, and I don't know, dude. I'm just like, let's be SK Gaming, and then we're just like, all right. And then we left Trifecta, and yeah, called it a day.
Called it a day.
I love it. Just sitting there playing Mahibo Mid, you know, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna call it SK now, and you have to pick a new god. All right, I'm gonna take Vulcan then. Okay.
Vulcan. Yeah,
oh, but Hera's gonna be coming into Pro Pick, right?
Yeah,
She'll be coming in. That's gonna be a thing.
She's getting a pretty big nerf next patch though. So
yeah,
20 seconds.
So out of the gods that are out now but haven't been in the options for pickability yet, who do you think is going to have the biggest impact?
So what gods is that? King Arthur, Hera, and Merlin? Is it?
Yeah, let's throw Merlin in on that mix. Yeah.
Oh man, I love me some Merlin. Oh my
god. Yeah. There's a definite strong Merlin presence coming.
Oh man, he's so
Every
fun.
single game, there's going to be a Merlin on both teams. He looks sick.
Guy, you're taking mid lane back.
Well,
I will no longer play mid lane.
Have you guys?
I can take his mid lane, but I'm taking that fucking. I'm taking that Merlin into the jungle. Thanks,
negative.
Yeah, Merlin jungle.
I can't wait to watch you guys fight over it.
Meanwhile, I lock in.
Have you guys played it?
I'll lock in Merlin.
Oh man, you're gonna love Merlin, dude. He's so fun, dude.
I really should just get on the PTS.
I thought about doing it myself, just hooking my Xbox controller up to it and playing, but
PTS is down, I think, until the patch now. But when you get to play him, dude, oh man, so good, dude.
I'll have to be excited.
I'll just stay over in solo lane with my Athena going, fuck you kids in your meta these days.
I'll just stay in carry lane, continue feeding as whatever hunter I decide to play until I get a new one.
You know, if she's good at something, she's not at others. That's definitely one of the strong points.
Yeah. I don't know. Merlin's, he just looks, like you said, he looks like a lot of fun. I hope the balance comes out right, but he looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's so much fun. King Arthur seems really strong as well.
So that's something I've noticed. A lot of the higher end players are like, oh, Arthur's pretty good for what he does, and then pretty much the rest of the community is like, this dude's trash.
Well, he's pretty like meh like right now, but his changes on the PTS they make him really, really strong.
Oh, that's good.
So you'll probably see a lot more of him after the patch. And then Hera. Everyone thinks Hera's like busted, but I don't think she's that good. And then she's getting a huge nerf on top of that. So
well, like Hera herself, not bad. Argus can be a problem. I mean, after Argus hits, like once you have 3 points into the ult, Argus will just walk at you all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that just makes life difficult because it's like, do we all turn and burn him, or can we all turn and burn her? And inevitably, what happens down here on the pleb level is, one's attacking Argus, one's attacking Hera, someone's attacking minions, and someone else is over in the buff area.
And I'm running circles trying to get killed by Argus.
This is going to spawn soon.
Yeah. And if you're trying to get to the Hera, like just the Argus move heal, I mean, he has such a huge hitbox.
Mm-hmm.
It can be hard to if you're trying to kill the Hera, because that's the most efficient option there. Usually it's easier to kill her than Argus, but sometimes just getting to her through Argus is just brutal.
Yeah. I feel bad for people who play mages a lot and have to be stuck just basicking him because you just used all your abilities and they're all on high cooldowns, because it's like, ugh, I hate that. That's why I like playing on. At least my basics can do damage.
Beagle's in rare form tonight. Watch out.
Right? She said more than 4 words so far. I mean, we're 10 minutes in, guys.
Roll.
So,
quiet.
Any of these mage item changes you're really looking forward to?
Typhon's Fang. Let's see. So they changed Typhon's Fang, Book of Thoth. Is that it?
Doom Orb got a big change.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Book of the Dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Book of the Dead got a change?
Another healing item got changed, a buff also. I'm trying to think of another lifesteal item.
Really?
I'll have to look back at 6.
Yeah, I don't know if Book of the Dead got changed.
I don't know. There's so many patch notes from 6.1 that it took us 3 episodes to cover it all.
And I had to drink through one of them.
One of them was a 2-hour dedicated special, just patch notes.
Just changes, just balance changes.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh my goodness.
Book of Thoth, dude. The new Book of Thoth looks really interesting. That item gives you so much magical power. It is insane.
Yeah. Soul Reaver got changed, but that wasn't too bad.
I've heard people bemoaning that they think it's going to be less on Book of Thoth, but you think it's going to be on par to more?
It should be more, and it should also be it's cheaper.
It's more if you build more mana, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not as much if you're just building it as a one-off power item.
Exactly like that. Just alone, it gives you 170 power at full stacks. If you have Bancrofts and cooldown boots on top of that, it gives you 206 power, fully stacked. Yeah, and then that's just with cooldown boots and Bancrofts. That one item's giving you 206 power. And then throw in a Typhon's Fang and a Soul Reaver, dude. That item's gonna be giving you 232 power, I believe. That's just one item, dude.
Yeah, and that's if you don't commit some other slots to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Typhon's Fang, Obshard, Soul Reaver, Book of Thoth, Book of Souls, Doom Orb. Those were
it was Book of Souls, that's what was there.
Yeah.
And Doom Orb, dude, I just thought about the fact that Doom Orb also gives 200 mana.
Yeah,
and 135 power.
I'm not convinced with the new Doom Orb. I don't think it's that good. On most gods, it's not good. Maybe it'll shine on like Poseidon or something like that, but other than that, I don't think it's that sick.
I think that
it's expensive. It's a lot of power, but it's expensive.
Yeah, big ticket
item. I think it's really expensive.
I don't know. Doom Orb's never been like the go-to item, no matter what iteration. I used to like the old stacking version, because Thoth had come out and was like OP as shit. Raijin had just gotten buffed, and so you could just sit back as an artillery mage, super safe, and keep those stacks on Doom Orb. And if you rush Doom Orb into boots before Book of Thoth, it was so much power.
Yep, I remember that.
Back in the day.
And they changed it. It's like old Heartseeker as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Book of Thoth, dude, that's OP, man. Everyone's saying, like, get Gem of Iso on Merlin. Because, do you know what Merlin's Frostbolt does?
Yes.
It does extra damage on the slow.
Exactly.
Right?
So if they're slowed, it does 20% more damage. So people like get Gem of Iso on Merlin, man. You always get that plus 20% damage, right? But it's like, screw the Gem of Iso, dude. Get the Book of Thoth, dude. You know how much power that gives you, dude? Merlin's got so much scaling, dude. Oh.
Yeah. And then just slow them because you're in Ice Dance, and then use your one repeatedly on them.
I'm just thinking
that's
of
only
Mimi
like a
shit
6-second cooldown too, ain't? Like it dirt cheap.
I'm just thinking of kind of Mimi crap. So if you took Book of Thoth, Gem of Isolation, and Brain, not processing, Shaman's Ring, just for giggly shits, the bonus percentage damage on top of everything would probably be kind of nutty. Good? Probably not. But funny. And especially if you decide to do them jungle.
I'm telling you. Two more
jungle with
Merlin
Shaman's
jungle.
Ring? Yeah.
2 more Merlin jungle. Shaman's Ring. Fucking Bancroft's Typhons. Easy. Win
Get in line, pal.
Yeah, this will be like probably the first time I see my crew fighting over a god release.
He's so fun, dude.
I'm still just gonna laugh when I lock them in first, and you're all like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I'm running support Merlin."
Hey, I have to deal with you not knowing what you're doing. Like, gosh.
That's every day, right?
Out of position and not knowing what he's doing. Oh, no.
New god, don't know what I'm doing, and I'm out of position. Gotcha.
So are there as a soul laner, are there any god balance changes, item changes that you're concerned are going to make your life more miserable?
I'm trying to remember what changes they did. Let me just pull that up real quick.
I mean, this base made warriors more obnoxious.
Oh yeah, they buffed warriors as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I know they nerfed Horrific, which is nice. That active is so annoying.
Yeah. I use that.
Oh yeah,
religiously.
They buffed Runic Shield by 50 health. I felt like that item was already pretty good, so I'm not sure why they buffed it. Oh yeah, Blackthorn. Yo, what? Blackthorn Hammer, bro? Isn't that busted? Like
Blackthorn's been sleeper broken for like 6 months.
Yeah, they just buffed it, dude. So it's like that might be really annoying.
Yeah, and then the Runeforge buff is we'll see what happens. I think it's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
15 power on top of the passive, especially if someone who can hold it, like Shock can hold that slow out forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you just play Artemis with Frostbound.
No, you don't. You play Kurnanos without Frostbound.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I mean, put them in Winter Stance and win game.
I don't know, but now I want to see Chalk support and Merlin carry.
Oh God.
I can do that.
I'm just like, all right, there we go. Yeah, high five.
Someone will do it in our game too. So,
So, what do you think of be any major mid lane meta changes this season?
Well, Thoth got a big buff, so
yeah,
we'll see if Thoth's any good now. And
man, the bird is the word.
Yeah, the bird is the word. Book of Souls in there, it's kind of annoying. 10 power, dude. I don't know, dude. I that's why I'm so excited for the patch to come out, dude, because I want to see all this new changes, and we'll see what happens. Because I don't really know. I mean, who knows, dude? I have no clue what's gonna happen.
Get in there, get your hands dirty, see what's what.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
All right. Guest questions.
The guests have questions this week?
Hell yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
Damn, Paul, you brought them out of the woodworks.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Welcome, dude.
Yes, thank you. So, Beagle, what do we got here in the guest section?
Alright, let me get to the top here. This is a lot.
I believe in you, Beagle.
I totally got this. First question. See, I already messed up. I can't even take questions correctly. Alright, first question is from Jithins. Why does Paul lose in Smite Prime 2v2s?
That's a tough question.
I lost once. I actually lost once, dude, and our Titan got backdoored.
Oh,
The Circuit literally. It was my teammate. We were against my own teammate. You know, Sam for Soccer and Scary D?
Mhm.
They backdoored my Titan. Like, we're literally teammates. We're gonna be living together. He doesn't think twice about backdooring my Titan, dude.
not
Well,
cool,
you
bro.
don't think twice about, pulling something on him once you get to the house, right? No reason not to.
Yeah, if you do some 2v2 scrims, just upgrade teleport, drop a word back there, and they'll be like, "We're gonna win." You're like, "Nah, you lose."
I always love good questions like that.
Uh-oh. Aubrey in here with a question. Uh-oh. So, Skillshot Aubrey, given your brutal history with Hebo, should we be concerned about what you'll be able to do with Merlin?
I don't know, dude. Merlin's really fun, dude.
There's some follow-ups to that, like, yes, this is very important, and Senos, didn't even think about that. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like, what's the meme? Hebo has 4 ults, well, Merlin has 11.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Maybe. I'm not sure, dude. I don't want to give anything away, dude. I might play it in SPL, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, very true here. Well, what's next, Beagle?
Alright, next up we have Kilowatt Man. Congratulations, Paul, on all the success you've had in Season 5. My question or request is, can we get more team dancing before your game? It was nice seeing your team have fun before a big game.
100%. That was... Has everyone seen that video of the team
Yeah.
dancing? Oh my... That was before our set against Mouse. And whoever won that set was going to Worlds. And everyone was talking up Mouse so much. They were saying that they're like nuts and they're like so good. And I'm getting ready. Like I'm setting up at one of the LAN computers. And I look to my left and Zap is just dancing. And I just had to join in, dude. And it was a good time. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that definitely set a good mood for you guys. You know? Like
100%.
a lot of times, like especially when you're at Worlds, you're making the run for the title. Just everyone just taking it, 30-second breather before a big game to just some shenanigans, have some fun. I think it really helped loosen you guys up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Next, we have... Sorry, my earbuds not saying it. Mo Marrow. Who's your favorite god? If you could only play one god for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Oh my, that's a tough one. I think it's either gotta be Hebo or Merlin, I think.
Ooh.
Because...
Yeah, I figured it'd be one of those two.
Yeah, because, I mean, I like Hebo, but Merlin, I don't know, like, he's a new god, he's really fun to play. I've said it 10 times now, and yeah, he's got a lot of abilities, so maybe I wouldn't get as bored quickly, but I don't know, I love Hebo. So definitely one of those two.
I feel like Merlin would have so many combos that you might not get bored as easy.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thinking as well.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of variety to him. I think I'd pick Ra, though, if I was stuck with only one god.
Ra?
I could not even choose.
Snipes?
I love the
I'll Posh all day.
Honestly, I think it would probably be Shiva Wante.
Yeah. Momero followed up with a second question, but you answered it in response to his first one. He had asked, do you ever get bored? And I guess the answer there is sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah, but then you work your way into Worlds, and it gets very exciting very quickly.
Yep.
Alright, next question from Yuri. With Hebo being your favorite god, if you could adjust his skill set and passive, how would you adjust it to fit your playstyle and work with your team? Also, Bologna. Just Bologna. Dirt Nap Dan knows what I mean.
I don't know. I like the passive. The passive's pretty good already. Just increases your magical power. I like that. I don't know. Maybe the carpet I'd change, dude. Because carpet's the only ability that doesn't do damage. So maybe make the carpet do some damage if they sit in it.
The carpet clearly the carpet has to do ticks with ramping slow.
Yeah,
to go with your super ultra cleanse.
And then if they stay in it for the whole duration, they drown.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
Yeah, if they stay in it for 4 seconds, it's an execute.
Yeah.
Instead of a health percentage-based execute, it's just time.
It's an execute after 4 seconds, dude. I love it, dude. I love it, dude.
He's like, no, it's like, and that's how you work with the team. All right, everybody has to have a stun. If we chain them perfectly on the entire team, tend to execute.
It's genius.
That would be a great way.
Kumbaya for the win.
That would be a great way to get that title or trophy or whatever for the 5 kills with one ability.
Yeah.
5-man carpet execute.
Genius.
Alright. Coming soon to a season near you.
Next question from J-Matt. Do you think with the balance changes to Season 6 that we will stray from the mid-jungle-centric meta that developed this year, or will they still be too large deciding, or will they still be the two larger deciding factors for a game? Will a heavy burst
still
meta
be
develop,
two
or will we see more
larger deciding factors for a game?
Wow, that's some spelling.
It's kind of a hard question because, like, I haven't played too much PTS. And I haven't scrimmed, but as you know, they added the totem of Ku in the solo lane, so might be more solo oriented. I have no idea. Really depends. Mid jungle definitely is still gonna have an impact, like a big impact, because it's the center of the map, and you know, if you don't have pressure in the mid lane, then it's really hard for side lanes to win. Just because of like rotations and ganks and stuff like that.
You hear that guy? You hear that guy?
What did he say?
It's all on you.
Exactly.
But
so
dual
anytime
lane,
you lose a game, it's your fault.
I know.
Dual lane, people like sleep on dual lane a bit. They always think it's all about the mid jungle, but if your dual lane both die like at 1 minute, I think all of us has been there. It's it's pretty rough, you know. Lose control of Gold Fury.
At least yours live until 1 minute. Right?
I mean, sometimes they die before minions spawn, dude, and then
That's what I get.
Pressing
every time. I'm sitting in my speed camp waiting, and all of a sudden, double kill.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a FedEx ball. Yeah.
All right, guy. What do we got out here from the social media world now?
All right, we'll go to Reddit first. We have Chocolate Gonzo. He says, "Will he play Kronos in the SPL this season?"
I mean, they buffed him. They gave him a health buff, and that's a really big buff because you get to survive when you're ulting a lot more. It's actually pretty big. So I'll probably play him. I mean, he seems pretty good.
There you go. Next question is, what does Paul think about the Thoth changes? I think you already answered that maybe earlier.
The Thoth changes. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's so hard. It's so hard for me to tell because I haven't really tested it. I need to like play it. I mean, probably a buff. I mean, yeah. I mean, probably a decent buff. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
I do like Invade and Punish going back to that piercing root / slow. Just because it's like you get the one stun, which is a little better for, you know, getting out safe if you're Thoth. But at the end of the day, it's like being able to like slow multiple people and then wind up that ult was just beautiful.
Yep.
All right. Next one we got is from Mike Murator. He wants to know when Paul's Quest 2 is coming out.
Good question.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. MMOs are so hard to make. Like, networking is just... It's like making 2 games in one, dude. Oh, man. I don't know. Just whenever. It's just, just... I don't know, dude.
Whenever he gets time.
Shortly after procrastination o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Just put on the Blizzard time frame. It'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Soon TM, dude.
And he wants to know why Iceman is a weasel. I don't know who Iceman is.
Who knows, dude?
Who knows?
It's the guy from Top Gun.
Then we have...
He was a goose.
That was the wingman.
Oh, Lord. Some of these questions. Triceratops wants to know what deodorant you should eat if you had to eat one.
None of the above? I don't know. Can I skip this one? I don't.
That's great. None of the above. I love the answer.
No, damn it. We need an answer. Okay.
Axe? I don't know.
He says, we got Guard Void. What is his favorite leg? Paul has 4 legs, right?
4 legs.
4 legs.
What's happening?
My left one? I don't know.
My left one.
Yep. Like I said, I don't know about some of these questions that we get.
These questions, okay.
We we're committed.
Yeah, we have Rava B Guy. He says a couple questions pertaining to him from going from casual new player to starting ranked and eventually climbing the ranks, then playing SML and eventually SPL. What is the biggest difference you noticed between casuals, ranked, when you were first getting started?
Biggest difference is like, so in ranked, it's just a clown fiesta. Like everyone's just running around. It's chaos. And just the higher you go, like the more coordinated teams are. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They just get better and more coordinated and smarter. That's pretty much it.
And they ward.
Yeah, they ward a lot. All that stuff.
Ranked is kind of like raising children.
What?
The older they get, the more tolerable they are.
That's pretty
much. What's this thing about wards?
Yeah.
Wards? What? Who buys those, dude?
Oh, Lord.
I'm saving up for an item. Jeez, I can't take 50 gold.
Okay, you want me to put 2 wards out? That's 100.
You're the support. Shut up. You're so far behind from the 5-minute mark. What do you care?
Yeah.
I don't care so much. I spent 400 in a damn chalice.
Double chalice.
He's got what did you learn from playing in the SML that you brought with you to the SPL?
Just like to like not be like nervous and just like I don't know, just play 100%. Because like a lot of people like they play a lot different from scrims to the actual game. They'll play like a lot more passive, and it's just like just play, dude. You know. So that's why like I locked in like during the mouse set. It was a best of 3. It was game 3. Whoever wins goes to Worlds. I'm like, get me Hebo, man. And then they locked me in Hebo, and it's just like, you know, I cracked my knuckles, and I'm like, all right, it's time. And yeah, just don't be nervous and play your game.
Yeah, I've been working on that, not with these poor bastards, but with my crazy work schedule right now, I've solo queued. I'm sorry. I feel bad for myself. It's as bad as it's as bad as you think. But
it's as bad as you think.
But for some reason I've been getting a lot of Hunter and Joust, because if they don't insta-lock damage so that I go Guardian, I will take the Hunter, because a Hunter can ignore what's going on as long as the enemy is distracted and take towers and phoenixes and titans and whatnot. And been doing Hui, because Hui is good in Joust, really good. And I'm an ultra passive player. Like I will let you run away if there's any substantial risk to myself, and just take your tower and have a nice day, sir. But I've been intentionally being more aggressive, especially with Hui jumping in, looking for the knock up into the bounce. Yeah, like I think it's made a difference. Like I'm not playing any worse, but
Speaking of Hoyes, we played this Hoye today, and this dude hit every triple bounce, and it would go through 2 or 3 of us. It wouldn't just hit one person; it would hit 2 or 3 of us every time. I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
The mythical Huyi Joust player. I've heard legends.
Dirty Joust names.
All right, next one we got is from Main Method. He says, "Who does Paul think is the worst mage currently?"
Maybe Isis. I'm thinking Isis because
But dude, she's knock-up immune.
Yeah, the jungler, because all the jungler has to do is buy Antsile and blink on the Isis, and you try to 1, you immediately get cancelled, and you're just dead. You have to ult, and that's pretty much all you can do.
And then you hope that it works.
Yeah, she just doesn't really do much damage, and her 3 is just, yeah, yikes. That god is definitely really weak. So I'm not sure if it's the worst, but definitely one of the worst.
All right, next one we have is from Luconium. It says, "Why is Paul so good at poking me with Ullr?" Shaking my head.
So Luconium is a GM Joust player. And me and my friends went against him like a few weeks ago. And I was Ullr, and just anytime he came close, I just 3 him as Ullr, like the hail of arrows, and I just poke him for half his health. And this continued for like 5 minutes. Like he'd walk out of base, come into lane, poke him for half his health, he'd back, and just repeat. That's the story behind that.
I love when you get games like that.
That just reminds me of the whole Scylla thing. Wait, was I playing Ullr? I think I was.
I think you were playing Scylla, and it was that Ullr that just tried every lane in the game against us.
No. The assault. The one where I stood in the Scylla's crush. I'm pretty sure I was playing Ullr, and he thought, I already forget what exactly happened. I'm so forgetful.
He was Keprialded.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Yeah. So I was Scylla. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. She stood in the center of her crush with the Kepriald up, and Beagles just folded her arms, I don't have to pop it.
I'm gonna pop it yet.
And it was
hilarious. As soon as it goes off, bam.
It was hilarious because you see the guy boldly standing there for that second, and then he's thinking about the timer and the fact that she hasn't popped it yet, and she might be able to wait this out, and you see panic set in. Because it's not just quickly turn and run out of the circle. It's I shake to the left, I shake to the right. Oh my god, which way do I go? That was just one of those rare moments of yeah, that was just a great moment.
All right, next one we have is from Azure Blaze. That's another. It says, "When will Azure Blaze beat Paul in duel? Very important question, dear to my heart."
Yeah, I was dueling him on PTS for a lot of games, and it was just
don't sound like he won many of them.
It was a fun time. Yeah, no, he was not victorious on that day, but it was a fun time. It was a fun time. So, who knows?
Never,
get good,
never.
I guess. I don't know, dude.
Get good.
Get good. Oh, damn.
BM, dude, BM.
All right, next one we have is from Mookery. He says, with the mid lane, I said, what do you think about the mid lane in Season 6 with mid seemingly hit hardest with the format change, meaning a lot of top tier mid laners are not going to continue to play? Is that an advantage considering your experience over a lot of your opponents?
I think it probably is an advantage for me because a lot of these good mid players are leaving. So it's definitely an advantage, but I don't really care because it's pretty fun to play against new people. So I really don't mind either way.
He says the next one he's got is, do you like or resent the pressure of being regarded as one, if not the best mid laners going in?
I don't know. It's like there's like a lot of different opinions. A lot of people say like I'm really good, and a lot of people say like I'm like all right. So I don't know. It just depends on whose opinion it is. So I don't really care. I just play my game and yeah, try not to think about that stuff.
He says also his last one. He says, "Are you disappointed that you don't get to play against some of the mids that have left the scene?"
Yeah, I don't really. I like to play against new people, and honestly, I'd rather play against new people than the same old people every time. So I'm actually pretty excited to go against all the new mid laners. Like a lot of ADC players are moving to mid, so I want to see like how good they are, and it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, we got another one from Titan Class. I'm not skipping your question, but he's already answered this one actually a couple times. So we're going to Dark Boy. He says, how many days a week do you play, and how many hours does he play in a day?
I think it depends. Because like recently I've just been waiting for PTS, so I haven't been playing as much. Like a few days ago, I didn't play for like a few days. Sometimes I play like literally all day. Like I literally wake up, I play Smite all day, and then I go to sleep. So it varies between none at all and all day.
It's training, man. You're training. Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. And then the last one we have is from Izanami. She says, Paul from PC, more like Dork from PC, am I right?
Damn, got him. Holy. Oh, I'm devastated. What do I do, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. Dirtnap's mom called me a dork for the first 6 months of our relationship. Matter of fact, the first time she said my actual name, I stopped and looked at her like, I think that's the first time you've said my name since we met.
You marry me?
Yeah. You know my name?
It was because I was throwing her up on my shoulders and then trying to walk down her front stairs with her, and she didn't like that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem safe.
It was only a couple stairs. We would have been fine.
And she's also very small.
Yeah. She's like 5 foot, so, you know. Don't have to worry about throwing her up on my shoulders.
And that is it for the community questions. Any of the hosts got any more questions?
I think mine were in there. How about you, Dan?
I was just pretty much going to ask about Merlin, because, I mean, it's Paul. So.
Oh, I love me some Merlin.
Paul, would you like some more time to talk about Merlin? Because, you know,
I would love that, dude. Oh, dude, Merlin's so fun.
You know what? We were going to talk about Vulcan tonight. Do you want to talk about Merlin instead?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
I don't mind, dude.
All right.
Dude,
I love both those gods.
I would love to get like you again. You're one of the highest ranked guys out there right now, considered by many. Merlin's coming out to your lane. Have at it, you know, man. Let's just fucking go there.
Yeah. Okay.
Official, we're going there.
I just gotta find my way back around to the.
Yeah, I just switched to Merlin here.
Oh my goodness,
he's already up on the wiki. So
hey, you know what? We kind of read over the details of his abilities when we did the patch notes, and the last show, I believe. So if you want the details for them, go back to there. We're just going to talk about how to do it today.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't want to read the details 2 weeks in a row. So, Paul, how are we going to be playing Merlin?
So there's a few different builds I've seen so far. A lot of people like to go Mage's Blessing and T1, like what's it called? Like the artifact, like the magical artifact or whatever. And they just like to rush cooldown boots into the Chronos Pendant. And then they finish off their Mage's Blessing. So it's 40% CDR, just right off from the get-go. So a lot of people just love rushing the cooldown on him. I've been trying Bancrofts, go the Bancrofts 2, and just rushing Bancrofts and having a ton of power. I really like that.
You rushing Bancrofts? No way.
Yeah, I know.
Never heard of that before.
So it's I've just seen those two builds. You could maybe go Book of Thoth as well, Book of Souls too. I don't know. I like the Bancrofts. I'm still like testing stuff, but Bancrofts feels pretty good. I don't know. I've still been testing him, so I'm not 100%. But I think I think you max your one. I think that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what I've seen most people doing, just because of like the Frostbolt's really nice for like the long range poke, and then the one in Arcane does like a hell of a lot of damage if you can like suck them back into it.
Yeah, does tons.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. A lot of people were like, the initial thoughts on it was that it was kind of wonky and this and that, but then I'm like looking at the numbers and then you see the rest of his kit and you're like, that shouldn't be hard to hit. I mean, if you're good at hitting abilities, you got them with all this other shit. You just set them right up for the harder one, and there you go. You know, I mean, I'm just like, that is just a lot of damage with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, get it? That one.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway.
Right.
What's your favorite stance with him?
It's a tough one. I don't know, dude. Like, the Frost is really sweet because you could, the Frostbolts are on such a low cooldown. It's kind of like Hebo's one, you could just mash it.
I was gonna say, he misses Hebo
Yeah.
a little bit.
But the fire is fire stance. That damage is insane. If you've seen it, you get really close. You just let it rip. Oh my gosh, it does so much damage. Get Magus. Oh man.
Yeah, I was wondering your opinion on fire because I know some people are like unsure of how to use it still.
Yeah, no, you just get in like close range and you just unload.
You walk at them.
Yeah, you literally just get close and boom. Usually just poke out with Arcane or Ice, and then you blink in or you just walk up, swap to the fire, and just boom. It's pretty close range, so. And then Arcane Arcane's pretty long range as well.
There's a lot. Yeah, we were talking about that. Like the range on the one for Arcane
it's crazy long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 60 on that one, 70 on the Frostbolt.
Yeah.
And then the one gets that crazy huge ring around it too. Well, not huge, but
yeah, so it's pretty giant. So you probably usually start a fight in Frost or Arcane, and then you just swap to that fire for close range and light them up.
I feel bad for junglers trying to gank this guy.
He's actually pretty easy to gank.
I just feel like a lot of times jungler's gonna go in and he's gonna use his 3 and then just like unfucking load on him. And it's gonna be like, oh, I have become the ganked. Okay.
His flicker doesn't go too long.
Yeah, but, it's interesting how it's basically a combat blink, right, for the range and everything.
Yeah, like a half combat blink.
Yeah,
it takes
I
you
just
out
think
30.
it'll be
so
interesting for those niche moments where like you can teleport from in front of them to behind them and avoid an ability and get that cool play.
Yeah, blinked over a Chung ult. It was like awesome.
That's nice.
That poor Chung.
There's nothing better when you get to just bypass somebody's ult like that.
I love blinking out of Thanatos ults. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
I like killing.
They're so predictable on console too.
Odin.
Like nobody is crazy on console, so it's just like, here he comes. Blink.
Yeah. How big is the knock-up on the ult for the Arcane stance? Because it says knock-up strength of 100.
It's 2 explosions, so it's actually double that. So it's 2 100 damage things.
Okay.
It's pretty short range, but it does chunk, like it does a ton of damage. Especially if you swap into fire or you're in fire, it does a tick damage on top of that. Just as his ult does. Like, people underestimate how much damage his ult does. It does a ton.
Yeah, I thought that his ult was really intriguing. Yeah, I mean, just the different damages and the combinations of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings a lot of utility.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's casting, channeling, you swap an arcane, does the knockup, knocks him up, boom.
Yeah. I think it's pretty interesting. We'll have to see, like, even with like the stance swapping gods, there's like a typical go-to combo, and it seems like with the way his kit's worked out, there's so much utility for like the range you're fighting at and and whatnot. It's gonna be. I don't think there's really gonna. I mean, I'm sure one's gonna develop, but there's no like preset. Clearly, this is the combo you want to roll with. I like
100%.
That Arcane 1 in a team fight is super good.
Yep.
You know, if you're just trying to burn down someone or you're getting ganked, the fire stance is good. The frost has a shitload of utility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really sweet. Arcane 1 goes through walls. Arcane 2 goes through walls. Your Frostbolt does not. So it's like, you gotta swap. You want to go over walls? You want to try to get this guy over the wall? Swap the Arcane. Boom.
That's a good pointer right there. I'll give you that. Knowing what goes through walls and what doesn't go through walls, I mean, that to this day still gets me, because I even say every now and then it changes too. And, 100 gods, and it's just like, I don't get to do this for a living, so I can't keep up with them all, especially, being old too on top of that, fading memories and stuff.
What do you mean Upwatch 1 doesn't go through walls? It used to go through walls. No, it didn't, honey.
That'd be the shit, though, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I wish it went through walls.
Your 3 goes over walls. It's close enough.
You just gave Guy a boner.
Yeah. Opwatch's ones now go through walls. Fuck yeah.
Even Paul doesn't agree with that one.
I hate Upwash, dude. I guess you love him.
I could literally just he could
God,
just.
How many stars do you have on Upwash now?
11, almost 12, getting almost at 12 stars.
Jesus, you people y'all are playing me so much.
Right? We should just make Hubo go through walls.
That'd be the shit, though,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, come on.
What can I sign,
How about
dude?
just make everything go through walls?
Oh, now you're on board, huh?
No, I don't think it should go through walls. It should break them and cause extra damage.
Yes.
Break walls.
Yeah. Should be like debris from the walls and it should execute.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like some extra chunk damage in there.
We're safe, guys. We can get the fire giant. Hebo just ults through the back of the fire giant pit, takes out the fire
God,
giant.
that'd be awesome, dude.
Deicides the enemy team.
Be like the Kool-Aid Man.
Stands there triumphantly. Yeah, and then
why
they can
isn't
make
that a
skin
skin?
for him.
Why isn't a Hebo Kool-Aid skin? Like, you hit the ult and he just goes, oh, yeah.
That's one we can pitch to Clumsy.
There you go.
Write this down for next week.
Kool-Aid Man Hebo.
I want that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they got away from Merlin real quick.
Getting back to Merlin, what item-wise, I mean, I know you went over some of the beginning items there, and you're still feeling out. Is there any that you think, are maybe above and beyond, like, yeah, you should really have this one in particular?
On Merlin?
Yeah.
Magus, Spear of the Magus, 100% get that item on Merlin. Spear of the Magus is like such a good item, and Merlin has so much tick damage, similar to Anubis in his kit. It is so good on Merlin. It is unbelievable. Like, your damage, you will just note, like, you will 100% notice that damage increase once you get Magus. It's true damage. It's insane. Get Magus 100% on Merlin. Everything else is debatable.
All right, folks, you heard it here first. I don't want to see one build without it.
100%.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the name of that item. What do you think about Soul Gem on him? As like, as like maybe not a standalone lifesteal, but because
I don't know, dude.
Pretty effectively.
Yuki loves Soul Gem.
I do.
Oh, you love Soul Gem. It's kind of hard because like there's so many like really good items on Merlin.
Yeah.
It's like you want Gem of Iso, but like Book of Thoth looks really, really sick as well. and like Bancroft's Typhons and Chronos Pendant's also really good. There's just so many items. It's so hard to like fit them all in. So I mean, maybe Soul Gem is good, but I haven't like looked at getting it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's why they added a potion elixir of speed now. Fit more items in there.
Because he's got he's got effectively 7 abilities, right?
Yeah.
So that means you could nearly, depending on the cooldown situation, you could nearly get 2 procs out of the passive out of Soul Gem for that 30% additional magical power. Or bonus damage. It is a weird item. Like, I want it to be better than it is. I mean, like, Hera makes good use of it because she has that low cooldown. Discordia can do okay with it because her dash reduces cooldown. I just feel
if you like the item, you should just get it.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. It's like Soul Gem, Bancroft. Soul Gem, Bancroft.
Yeah. That's the problem with Soul Gem is I just think there's better lifesteal items.
100%.
Than Soul Gem.
Like, but I mean, if you're seeking cooldown, you get the cooldown, you get some lifesteal, some power.
How much power does that item give?
It's 65.
Yeah, that's a pretty low amount. Like, Merlin has such good scaling, man. It's like, pick up a Book of Thoth for 350 more gold, and you're getting like over 200 power compared to 65. Like, it's, oh man, scaling.
Like, if Soul Gem went up to like 75 or 100 power and went up to like 2500, like, then you could justify it. Even if they got rid of the health off of it, the health could go away for more power. Because there's not really a lot of...
It's a pretty weird item, yeah.
Yeah, because there's only 2 items that offer cooldown with lifesteal, right? Pythags and Soul Gem. And Pythags is a joke.
Yeah.
So, somebody brought up a good point. What do you think about that speed elixir coming?
A lot of... On my honest opinion, I don't think it's that good, to be honest. I feel like buying a 3k pot and like ending the game would be a lot better, but it depends. If it goes super late game, it could be sick, but like most of the times you get the 3k pot and then the game's usually over. And
because if you're looking to pick up another item, it's you're looking at like having 4k in the bank, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
4k plus boot sale.
You need a lot of gold. Like there's a DM. Usually, I mean, do you know who DM Brendan is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he like. I guess most of the time.
It's hard not to have heard.
Yeah,
of him.
like most of the time, like sometimes what he says is like really 100%, and sometimes it's like, the hell is he talking about? But,
he's like bipolar or something. Like he goes from like a great source of knowledge to dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even gonna go.
Yeah, yeah,
dumb
100%. Yeah,
dumb fuckery. Sure.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you 100%. You know. But he made a good video on the speed elixir. And it just basically, he's just right. It costs so much gold, and you're paying for such little stats. It'd just be better to get a 3k pot because you're losing the stats from the boots. You need to have enough money for the speed elixir, and on top of that, to buy another item. It would be way better to get a 3k pot, like in like most situations, unless you have a ton of gold. It's going super late game. So like,
it almost feels like it's an item for the plebs, the lower levels that have the longer.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're having long ass games, dude, just pick that item up, get that, buy a new item, 100%. But most games, though, they don't usually last that long, and 3k pots are usually better.
Yeah, I think if they really wanted to make it viable, they would have to reduce the cost greatly, like down to 1,000 or or less, but then time lock the item in the game. Like you can't buy it like pre 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, that actually would be a pretty good fix for it.
Yeah, because at 20 minutes,
you got to have the time lock on because otherwise,
junglers will abuse it. Yeah.
I mean, it's not really even abusable. It's not worth it because you're spending so much money on just a little bit of movement speed that you could have with boots and 50 power.
Right, but if at 10 minutes you could spend 500 gold on on boots and then start investing in a 6 item that soon. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not talking like early game. Like I think a 20-minute lockout would be pretty good because like if you're ahead or the game's stalling, most people are on like their 5th item by about 20 minutes in, and it would just be, and I think then is when it would be worth it if it were a cheaper item.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to Merlin here because there's still some good questions to ask about him. Paul, you actually piqued my interest earlier when Dan said about having trouble ganking him, and you're like, well, it's pretty easy to gank him. So how do you get rid of the Merlin in your lane?
You basically just run at him, and his blink is like half the size or half the distance of a combat blink. So he really, like most other gods can actually like dash farther than he can. So he's pretty easy to catch up to, and you could just kill him that easy. To be honest.
So
take him into the jungle, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of one of those almost Anubis-like guys,
exactly.
where it's like fight and live or die.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's got a decent escape because like a lot of his abilities, like Blizzard and his Dragon Fire on the ground. Like if you stand in that, the Merlin can just kite you around that, and if you're trying to like melee him, you can just sit in the Blizzard. You'll take a lot of damage. So yeah, pretty much a bit safer than Anubis because he's got the blink. Get blink over an ability, and maybe that'd be pretty sweet. But other than that, yeah, you can just dash at him and chase him down with speed buff. That works.
So definitely like you look to just aggress him up close, but also maybe if you have some sort of peel or something in your kit, try to pull him away from his damage. If he manages to get any of his AoEs out, just kind of pull him away from it.
Yep.
Because his scaling is nutty. You wouldn't want to stand on any of it, especially if he got 1 or 2 abilities off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Magus.
So he's still a glass cannon, basically.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Not like Hera, where you do her whole health bar and then it turns blue.
She's dead. Puts up shield. Aww.
Oh no.
I got one last ability and that bitch.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, dude, I built a health build on Hera just for shits and giggles, and this shield was comical. Like I took like a Scylla ult to the face, and it only did like a quarter of my health after the shield.
Yeah, her polymorph is really long too. I've been playing her a lot this week.
Yeah.
Like, that thing goes forever. It's deceptively long.
Yeah, it's just that big ass delay on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what else are we missing here on Merlin? we talked about some of the combos and the whatnots and the ziz and the what?
That covers him. Watch for him in your games. He's gonna do things.
He's gonna run at you.
He's gonna run at you.
And you better kill him or be killed. If you're gonna try to run away, he wins.
Oh.
There's times where look, I'll give it to you. There's times where you just turn into your damage. You may not kill him. You're gonna die either way. Get your damage out at least. Do something. You'd be surprised sometimes. Your lifesteal can pick you up. They can panic all of a sudden now that you're turned and facing them instead of running. But like, yeah, I don't know. That's dirt nap to status advice. Just
I feel like
go down on blaze of glory.
I feel like lifesteal is going to be really big on them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised because of his scaling if we don't see more of like a bruiser build maybe develop.
Oh, that's actually what I wanted to ask. How flexible do you think he is into other roles?
I mean, you probably get away with him in any other role, to be honest. I mean, you could, if you want to jungle him, like you can definitely jungle him. I mean, if you're not in Masters, you can do whatever you want, dude. I mean, like, I don't think like you'll see him in jungle, like SPL jungle, but I mean, you'll definitely see like weird things and wherever you're queuing. I think you can definitely jungle him if you want.
Yeah. His kit and his high scaling definitely kind of begs to at least mess around with looking for like maybe a solo. He can kind of do some supporty stuff, but with that high scaling,
I'm looking forward to playing him like support.
You can definitely get away with building a little less damage on him just because of the high scaling.
I'm not looking forward.
God, I'm not playing with any of these guys for like 2 weeks after he comes out.
Guy's taking a break from us assholes.
Why can they lock gods in faster than me?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
No one told him we put a lag switch on him.
Wow, we weren't gonna tell him. Well, boys, this marks the moment where I have to step out.
Oh.
Bye, nerd.
Bye, nerd.
Someone's got to go to work.
Come on now.
Oh, that's my thing.
Yeah, someone's got to go to work.
Go make that money.
You can find me on Twitter at Split Push Podcast with no A, on PS4, Dirt X Snap X Dan, Jungling on Merlin.
Coming soon.
Coming
All right. Peace out, boy.
See you guys.
See you later, Dan.
So I think that pretty much wraps up Merlin. I guess we'll all be solo queuing since we all want to play him.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll just be soloing Athena over there like, fuck this meta shit.
Meta. Who needs a meta?
Who needs a meta when you can just build Athena?
Let's just make our own meta.
Alrighty. So that pretty much wraps us back around to games of the week. So Paul, how have your games been going lately?
Pretty good. Just winning a lot of duels, you know.
Oh yeah, I want to hear about your Vulcan duels.
Yeah, I lost one game on him.
Oh, never mind then.
Wow, man.
Yeah, it was rough. Went against Anasia and he ring bounced me with my turret. Oh,
yeah.
I messed up. Like I lost that game, but I wanted to redeem myself, so like I did a custom game versus him, beat him, but still got the loss in ranked. But at least I redeemed myself. It's brutal.
You know, actually, who I played against a Vulcan in a duel, and I was chalk, and I'm like, I didn't really mind it. Yeah, it was just the turret was never a problem because in order for it to hit my minions, it had to be somewhat close to his minions, which meant I still dunked it with my axe along with the minions, and it wasn't really a problem.
Yeah, you can kill it quick. Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, chalk's good for it. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of an outlier in the pro scene, really. Not many of the pros really play any duel whatsoever.
Yeah, Vulcan, he's not... Like, he shines in 1v1 more than any other mode, because...
well, it's a 2v1 with the turret.
Yeah. Yeah, he succeeds in 2v1 because he's got a turret. Yeah, just because he's more defensive. Like, if you're trying to chase someone down and you backfire away from them. Like, you're not... He's not a Hebo where you could water cannon and keep moving forward. He's a defensive god, and he's a lot better in 1v1 where you could like pick your own battles. Right. So he's a lot stronger in 1v1 than other modes. Like other modes, you can use Aegis it or jump away from his ult. He's just not that. He's not that good in other modes compared to 1v1. Just because of how he is, like the nature. You put down your turret. Kite around it in a team fight. Like if they're running away, you can't kite around your turret because they might be on your teammates. He's just not that good in other modes compared to 1v1.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense because in a 1v1, there's only one person coming from one direction. Mm-hmm. You can just kind of force the fight where you want. So either you can engage me in front of the turret, or you can just not.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know who I've been having fun with in my ranked play? Ganesh.
I love Ganesh.
Playing some ranked joust. There was a match. I forget who it was exactly, but their hunter had aggressed. Really wasn't out of position, but I got the flank on her and just threw my ult up so that the column was on the wall, and as she was looking to escape with like not a lot of health, there was 2 lines to get over it, to get anywhere.
That was the Agni.
Oh, was that who it was? The Agni?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Because I was Hootie.
Oh my god! No, you were on her.
Oh yeah,
on
so
her
that was the was playing
because
on her.
because Agni just kind of like, oh shit, like snap, like what am I supposed to do here, folks? And Yuki's like, oh,
Yep. Agni just took it. He took every shot from that ult.
Yeah, there it is. That was actually the game right before the ranked games I played with him. Yeah, and Guy was hell because Izanami got him into playing hell all this last week. Now
it got hell to diamond. That's what he was working on.
Wow.
Yeah. But I actually did solo queue some ranked joust this week. And,
Brave man.
And got a couple wins in. It was pretty great. I played.
How do you do it?
What's your secret?
It was a hard carry as Ganesh. My team wasn't bad. They weren't bad, but I had to do some work on that one, you know. But they pulled through for me. And then the next match, this was funny. I'm like, the other team had first pick, and I was second pick for the second team that gets first 2, and they picked Zhong Kui. And I'm like, how can I punish Zhong? Who's a good guy to punish Zhong? You know, being the tanky, supporty guy on the team. I'm like, Odin. Yeah. Fuck that Zhong Kui. I'm playing Odin. So I pick Odin. And then what do they pick? Aphrodite. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. You don't need to be healing in my cage now, do you? I'm like, this is going to be fun. Gets down to their third pick. They pick Scotty. I'm like, no escapes. Nah. I went 3-0-10 in that match. That was a pretty quick victory for us. I had a lot of fun in that. And
who picks the Afro into the Odin?
Exactly, dude.
Silver people.
Silver people.
Yeah.
What's it like down there in Silver?
Screw you guys. Screw you.
Even I'm baby dad. Now you're slay that much.
Ooh, Beagle's talking shit now.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't played it.
I was like, you know, my ranking was like mid gold, but you know, I was like right on the top of silver, and then they all played and got away from me, and I couldn't play them. So I'm stuck solo queuing, and well, you just get what you get down here.
That's not true. You queued with me for a few games before I got bumped back up.
Yeah, a couple there once, but you know, it was like sometimes here's 2 people that they know what the fuck to do. You get minis, get wave, you know, do this, do that, you know, and it's like, all right, you know, just like playing with my friends, and then you get people that are like, this blue buff's going to come up in the next minute. You guys hold down the lane. I'm going to wait here. You know, it's just like, or calls for the attack and runs under the enemy team's tower, and well, you were only half health to begin with, and yeah, okay.
Hey, I hate to tell you, that doesn't get any better.
Yeah, so, but, yeah. Anyway, had some fun games with good old Elephant Boy out here. But the game I actually really wanted to talk about, we won. There was no benefit for me outside of me being the fish in the barrel. You know, just okay. I was playing Hachiman, playing with these, you know, some of these guys here. It was Dan, Dicey Guy, me, and an old friend I hadn't seen in a long time, Mo Fuzzer. So different roles than normal, and I'm down to my 4th role of carry. I'm like, okay, you know, I'll play Hachi because I usually play him pretty well. And I go out and we're against a Chiron and a Terra, and Fuzzer's playing Afro support. And I'm just like, had to be a Terra and a Chiron, and just that long range that they got. Mm-hmm. And basically, this match was just like ironically funny. I died 10 times in this 36-minute match. And I think all 10 times were to Chiron, probably. Because this is how it all went down. It didn't matter where I was on the map. As soon as any combat ensued near me, halfway through that combat, from behind me, no matter where behind me was, comes Chiron and just mows me down like I wasn't even there. But because he used everything to do that, my team would then know where he was at and be able to turn and burn and win the fight. But it was just like, I didn't even get to do anything. It was just like, all right, he's in duo lane. I'm going to go help in this solo lane thing here that's brewing up. And he comes out from behind our tower and kills me. I'm like, you gotta be, he was just, and yes, all right, I get it. This is my role this match. I went down the Devos gauntlets route, just trying that out. I don't like it. Every time I do it, I don't like it. Except for if you want me to take jungle objectives. That was great. At one point I had no health, had to fall out of a fight. I'm like, there's the oracles. Killed them, got the free ward, and I was almost 100% health after that. I'm like, that was awesome. And then the team's like, hey, why don't you just take Gold Fury while you're there? I'm like, yep, no problem, because they're still keeping everybody occupied up there. And, I was able to do that stuff, but god damn it, as soon as Chiron got sniff of me, and there's a Hachiman there. He must die. He is dead. That's pretty much how it went. He's hilarious. He's dead.
That's absolutely hilarious.
It was. Dan came downstairs and looked at me. He's like, so how about that Chiron? I'm like, I know, right? He's like, it didn't matter what you did, what we did. We all knew what was going to happen. Even the one time, it was the Arachne and Chiron were coming around back, but we had a ward. Fight turns. We're like, all right, we know what's going to happen this time. I'm like, I got this fucker this time. Only Arachne comes out of the jungle, who we promptly mow down. Chiron circled around back, kills me.
Good.
You son of a bitch. So, hats off to him. I don't know who it is, because his name's not even out here on Guru, but that was some great Chiron, and, versus me. Overall it didn't win you the game, but, still hats off to you. You kicked my ass.
I'm going to do mine real quick so I can head off, because I'm falling asleep on you guys. So, crap loads of Hooyi since this weekend. A lot of it with Guy. The highs and the lows, me screaming at the people on my TV.
I'm sorry, Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to talk about that last Hera game?
Phew, yeah, it was rough.
You and that Wukong.
Yeah. What game was that? That was the, who were we playing?
I had Hooyi, you had Hera, and I think the last one was with a Wukong who just walked out of no defense. Oh,
but that was the Houyi. They had the Houyi.
Yeah.
The fucking Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
That was that game.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's just been a highlight of Hooyi moments, the good and the bad. Lucky bounces, 180 mark stuns to get Guy out of trouble. I got sick. We were playing a game. I got tired of the enemy team running away. They were all playing high mobility. So I bought Blink second relic. So it was Blink, Mark, jump, knock up, stun, kill. I was just did a lot of fun. I love Hooyi on Joust. I like Hooyi in general, but he's a lot of fun in Joust. Keeping people from back. I mean, all kinds of weird, wacky reaches, accidental double and triple bounces. Just all the stuff that's fun about Hooyi in a Joust map. There's so many weird angles.
Yeah, I was playing him a lot before I took my break.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. It's been like a lot of Bacchus because I worked on him on the weekend. Bacchus is now Diamond with his changes coming up. It'll be exciting.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, level 2 burp at the start.
I got a few stars on Bacchus.
You got a few stars on Bacchus.
I think he's my next highest guardian.
Yeah, I played a lot of Nox too because I got to get Nox. Like went next Diamond, and man, Guy, you were there for the rust on that Nox one. Just like I got, yeah. and I missed, and I missed, and I missed,
and you missed again.
And always, I always miss to the right. No matter what, I miss to the right.
Have you ever had that problem, Paul?
Wait, what was the question?
like you ever get stuck like a certain ability or something, and whatever it is about you, that ability, the animations, whatever, like you just miss to like the right. It's like if you miss to the right. He's like, no, I
don't know.
Okay,
I don't ever miss. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't
miss.
What's miss?
Sometimes, like, if I hadn't played in like a few days, maybe I'll keep flicking it and I'll just keep missing, then I'm just like I take that into account, and then
then he doesn't miss.
I try not to miss.
People miss me, but I don't miss them.
He's like 360, super spin Giannis ult from base. What do you mean miss? Double kill?
You missed.
My Janus
Wait
is
for
not
it.
foretold in Legends. Let's just say that.
Oh man, careful! You're gonna kill you.
Oh god. Oh, that's great. So that's pretty much my games of the week. Like I said, it's been kind of blurry. I've gotten a game or two in here in between doing a bunch of stuff with work and school, so it's been wacky. It's just a blur of Hooyi. A big old just working with different starts and stuff.
It's so fun. My friend that plays Hooyi, whenever he gets bounced by Hooyi, he always calls them a geometry midge.
That's great. Remember that.
I like that. And
this dude today was a geometry major.
Oh my goodness!
I shit you not. He was fucking hitting this 2 or 3 times with his bounces. I'm like, what is going on?
That dude has got to have little dots on his TV that he knows if it lines up with that leaf on the Joust map that it's a triple bounce.
Yeah, and that's not easy, especially on console, because I mean, the aim differential and just the movement of console, and so many times I know I've lined up shots with him, but by the time it goes off, you're just that smidge further along, and that's a totally different bounce. So to get them down, hats off to you, man. That's
he was killing it.
Something to be proud of.
Oh yeah, it was frustrating. There was no salt in that game. They just outplayed the shit out of our Wukong. I mean, Guy, am I wrong there? They just played the shit out of our Wukong.
They outplayed Wukong, outplayed me.
I was doing okay.
Yeah. They destroyed us.
Yeah.
You were doing okay. You weren't doing like their Hooyi.
No. I'm
That's
not.
for damn sure.
I'm not that good with Hooyi. I don't look for the bounces. I'll flick one out every once in a while, or if someone's running around a corner, I'll try to get him with it. But usually I'm just looking for that straight stun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy never shot one straight shot the whole time. I'm pretty sure he ricocheted every shot that he shot.
Yep. Just pretty nutty.
Yeah. I've always thought of Hooyi as the pool player, because there you're looking for the bounce shots and the ricochets and the angles. Actually, the pool player in me comes out often with guys. Even Ra, for example, I'm always like, all right, the beam travels yay fast. He's running away at that angle. He's probably going to do this right about at that corner, so I need to have the beam going now from here and go.
And he misses.
No, that's the most satisfying hit in the game, man.
No, I'm just saying you missed.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you're actually pretty good with Ra. I'll give you that. I'm bad with Ra, dude. His beam and me don't get along. I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah. It's tricky because it's so easy to avoid that it's hard to avoid. Again, I'm always going to say it's like in the movies when they just run away from the long thing falling down. And I was like, run to the side, you idiots. But nope, they run away and the beam gets them every time.
All right, I'm going to do my out. Paul, once again, thanks for coming on a second time. Always a lot of fun. Wish you the best of luck in Season 6. We know you'll kill it or get killed. Either way. It is just nutty from the semi-pro up on the trifecta last year. A solid chance. We were just going crazy. Like, oh man, what if trifecta makes it alongside Kabam's team there? And I mean, that would have been like the craziest worlds ever. Didn't quite happen.
We were rooting for that. Yeah.
That was the dream match. So
close.
Just thanks. Yeah. Thanks a million again for coming on.
Yep. No problem.
You can get a hold of me at YukiGaming22 on Twitter and PlayStation 4 at Ryukotse_Yuki. Hit me up, we'll play games. Make fun of Beagle and tell Dirt Upside he's out of position. Again.
Again. Alright. See you, Yuki.
Later.
Yeah. Alright. Well, now that we cut all the slackers out, we can have some real conversation here. I don't have too much that I really want to go into, but I am kind of one thing that I kind of wanted to start incorporating more in with our guests, especially when our guests are of such talent caliber as you, is can you help some of the young mid laners out there with here are some basic things that every mid laner should know.
I'm raising my hand right now. That's me.
Guy just asked that
Tell
question.
Tell me how to quit from getting ganked over and over again. Gosh. So annoying.
Yes, please.
Oh my god.
Please tell Guy how not to get ganked.
I don't.
Good. That's how.
That is a common answer to this question.
Yeah, just get good, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It just depends. A lot of people just usually you just make a lot of mistakes, and you just gotta try to correct your mistakes. Every time you die, you just ask yourself why did I die? And just trying to learn and get better. Try to focus on yourself and not blame other teammates. Just always just try to get better, try to learn, and getting better. Just make sure you're warding if you're getting ganked a lot.
All right, so good question with the warding. How early do you ward as a mid laner?
Usually after I got boots, something like that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
I always ward right away. I always have wards with me, and I usually put them out after I clear the first wave. If I play mid.
Yeah, I mean that first gank comes in, but the first gank's usually just kind of a rotation through for.
I usually wait till I back that first time, at least back the first time, and then grab a few wards.
I mean that's how I even do that as support. I'll always go out, and when I back first, I have enough to, I usually have a certain level that I'm looking for depending on the build that I'm doing. But to get what I want item-wise and to be able to pick up at least 2 wards, if not the chalice.
Mm-hmm. The chalice.
Yeah, support, it's a helpful thing to have.
Yep.
Actually, I've found that in the long run, it does save me money. Because, I'm constantly warding, because it's hard enough, when I'm on comms with my carry to keep them safe and pay attention to the jungle and what's coming out of it and be able to, peel from the front and from the gank and, all that stuff that you need to do. And it's a lot easier when you have wards up and it's all right, we can fall back now. And, and if we do this right, we can gank him in the jungle, So yeah, wards are important.
Mm-hmm.
Guy.
Always wards.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I gotta keep telling myself the ward, but, just 100 more gold to my item, man.
Right, it's so expensive to buy wards.
Well, see, the other thing just to kind of throw out there, with pro players, I can see warding being a little bit less, but that's because you play so much, you almost have the time frames down in your head, even whether you know it or not. When jungle is going to be coming through that first time because they've hit these 3 camps and now they're coming through mid, because red's a priority now. Can they get pressure on you and take your red? Or do they just confirm their own? And, so you kind of pick up those timings. I know when I used to play EverQuest, I would pull, the monsters to the camps and I was so good at it, and getting those timers down that, it was a blast because I was always right where I needed to be as I needed to be there. And for me, it was, can I work another set in between that, and here, you just kind of get that timing down after a while. You pay attention to that mini map. Wards become a little less important because of that. But if you're a younger player, and not on a pro team and don't get to play, as much as these guys do, boards are really important. Don't, I don't know. I think we overharp on that, but yeah, there's a reason.
We say it every episode.
Pretty OP.
Just about. I mean, we've won games because of wards. Like, literally, if we didn't have that ward up, that was game over.
Yeah.
And we've even talked about some of those stories. One of them was a defensive ward. We were pushed under Phoenix. If we wouldn't have seen them split up and how they were splitting up, we wouldn't have been able to react to it appropriately and save the day. That was a fun one. Alplosh teleport for the win, right? Right, guy?
Yeah, that's right. Alplosh teleport. Upgrade the teleport.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, just anything else, that strikes you as, just important stuff to note as the mid laner, I mean, anything that jumps out at you that, can help somebody just, maybe find that next gear, putting you on the spot.
Maybe try instant cast. It's
yeah,
definitely noticed myself getting better once I switched to instant cast.
It's funny because I've done that for a few guys lately, and it does help. And it's surprising how it doesn't take long to lock them down on that either. Like, I play Scylla on instant cast, one of the few mages that I do, and I don't have any problems with it, and I don't even play her that often. It's just like, oh yeah, all right, oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm good. But that definitely, I think, it helped me when I was cycling through the assassins, trying to get them all to Mastery 1. Part of my goal last year. I'm just like, I don't like assassins. But then I started putting everything on instant cast with them. I'm like, all right, this ain't too bad.
Yeah, definitely. It's feels a lot better, a lot cleaner and faster, in my opinion.
Yeah. So Beagle, you got any questions? I know you have at least one.
No, not really.
Wow.
No games of the week for you, Beagle?
Nope. I have not played since the last time we recorded podcast.
Huh.
But you don't have any questions. Not even one.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at.
Yes. Come on, you.
Do you watch Supernatural? Now he makes me ask that question.
Nope.
Nope. Good answer.
Jesus.
You got any shows you do like to watch when you're relaxing?
I haven't watched any lately. I watched Bird Box. I watched what's the one everyone was like there's multiple endings and stuff. It was on Netflix. It was it's like you get to choose your fate. What's it called, dude?
They got them out as movies now? That'd be pretty fucking cool.
I guess.
Honestly, I have no interest in Bird Box at all. I don't even know what it is, why, I just don't.
I guess you guys have watched Punisher or whatever.
Oh, it's so good. You seen season 2 yet?
No, like all my buddies have, but I haven't watched it. I just watched like Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, all that classic stuff.
Classic stuff.
I'm always a fan of the shows that like have 1 or 2 seasons and then got canceled, but like never should have been. I just rewatched Jericho recently, and I was just like, man, why did they just end that right there? I mean, that was such a good point. Like you hit the meat of the story and then just stopped. Like, way to go.
Freaks and Geeks. You had to watch that one season and it got canceled. So good.
Oh, Firefly, Serenity. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Firefly.
That was a great show. But all right, well, we're drifting away from Smite.
Watch Punisher season 2. It's the shit.
Yep, there you go. Beagle's got no games of the week. She hasn't played because she's a slacker.
Hey, I'm just taking a break so I can get hyped for season 6. All right.
I'm already hyped for season 6.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I am hyped, but I'm
so
gonna be even more
that should
hyped.
be out what, like any day now? Tuesday,
I believe is the aiming February. I think I said February 5th. Is that right?
Yeah, yep. That sounds right now that you say it.
I mean, I will probably play more again, or
Morgan.
I've been playing other games.
Yeah, you need to take your breaks. Is there anything you do in particular, Paul, to take breaks from Smite at all, or are you just a diehard for it?
No, I've definitely been kind of getting bored waiting for PTS to come out. I don't know. I've just been, I've been bored lately. I'm trying to find a good game waiting for Season 6.
I've been playing, I played, Uncharted 4 since I never played it when it came on my PlayStation. Been hanging out with an old friend. So.
I seen her playing Minecraft.
So I was thinking about doing that.
Minecraft's always good to fall back to every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told myself, I'm not going to spend any money on anything. I'm saving up for stuff. And I was like, alright, but I have to buy Minecraft.
Yeah, I love playing Minecraft with a few buddies. They set up a village. I wouldn't join in on the village. I just hide in the trees and steal their crops and stuff. Yeah.
Alright, what did I walk into?
Oh, we're talking about Minecraft now. This is the Minecraft podcast.
Yep.
I gotta throw out this one story real quick with Minecraft. It made me laugh and upset me at the same time. I was thankful it wasn't my house. But Beagle got really upset one day because she was playing Minecraft with her friends, next door and stuff.
Let me guess. Was this like one of the stories with Bailey?
Yes. So,
oh my god.
The neighbor boy, Bailey, got onto their server and was playing with them. And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, whatever. And next thing you know, this house that Beagle has so proudly built just explodes from underneath because he just mined out the underneath of her house and filled it with dynamite.
Keep in mind, I was little. I was like 10 or like 8. I don't know. Yeah, she was young, but it was hilarious. But at the same time, I had to be, that's not the nice thing to do. How would you like this?
How would you like us to find dynamite in your house?
Oh, that was funny though. The good old Minecraft days. Mm-hmm. And then the server would update and all your shit's gone. That's why I stopped playing that. I just put, it's gone? Like, just not there anymore? Gone.
Yeah, I was never a Minecraft fan.
Whatever. You're just a nerd then.
I know.
I mean, what?
Before we wrap up here for this week, Guy, what about you? Do you have any other games of note that Yuki didn't share for you? So you did get held to diamond, right?
I got held to diamond. Let's see, who else have I got?
Outflash is almost 12 stars.
Baron Zombie's diamond.
Oh, yeah, you've been playing some good Baron. I'll tell you what, that Baron Ganesh combo, that's always fun.
Yeah, Baron, I really like Baron a lot. I don't know that I like him in the mid lane. But if I have to play like a different lane, then I'll play Baron.
He's a good support. He's a good solo.
Just seems like it's weird. It just seems like his clear is not that great. I don't know. Just to me, it just doesn't seem that great.
Yeah, the thing I've noticed with his clear that you got to be careful of is that if you get out in front of your minions, the front guys will come over to attack you, which pulls them out of the beam.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be careful of that. I've noticed I'm like, oh shit, out of position.
I don't know. Baron's one of the mages I play when I'm stuck playing mid. So I mean, I guess you just got to get good. I mean, talking about me here.
I mean,
Beagle throwing shade at you, Guy.
I mean, I guess if you get on there with 1v1 Baron, we'll mirror match Baron.
Yeah, okay.
Huh? Can't hear you. The Beagle got your tongue?
Fight me. Let's go.
All right. Coming to a YouTube video near you.
Got it. 1v1 Baron.
Let's make it happen.
Spectator mode fixed yet?
Probably not. Wouldn't count on that.
All right. So, well, I think we had a pretty good old week here, having Paul back on the show. Hey, best of luck to you, man. I think it's going to be a great season, and I am looking forward to seeing what shenanigans take place this year.
Hopefully we get some team badges too. I'd like to give me an SK Gaming badge this year.
I hope I get one for free, dude.
Yeah.
So, hey, before we wrap up though, Paul, one question I thought I wanted to throw out there, any predictions for season 6 as a broad perspective?
Like as like teams in the SPL?
Yeah, sure. I mean, who do you think's going to be the top teams, outside of SK Gaming, of course?
I don't know, dude. Like the Pittsburgh Knights, everyone's like hyping them up and stuff. I don't know, dude.
PA guy, I might have to cheer for him. You're gonna have to keep your game elevated to keep me swooned.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's gonna be really interesting. Like all these EU teams mixing with NA teams. I don't know. It's gonna be wild. It's so hard to say. I don't know.
It's gonna be a lot different playing LAN too, right?
Yeah, exactly. I have no clue. Like, who knows, dude? So hard to say. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a sport. If we knew how it was going to play out now, it wouldn't be a sport, and we wouldn't be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I'll be putting some bets down.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see if our luck continues this year, and we have a guest on right before Worlds, and they win it again. That would be just awesome. Because
wait, you had a guest that won Worlds?
Yeah, well, we had Kabam was our last guest before Worlds happened.
Oh.
And we joked at the end of it, Dan or Guy, it's like, so you're going to come back on after you win? And he's like, yeah. And then they went on to win, and we had to have him back on then.
Yeah, Kabam's a good dude.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool. I've enjoyed it. He's been a great guest, and, just watching him at Worlds and what he's done for his team. Actually, that's another question here for you. These are some of the ones I had earlier, but then got sidetracked on. You said you guys don't have a coach. Do you think that impacts you, or would you like to even have one?
We're trying to get a coach because, like, our coach for the LAN, he was just a friend. We just brought him there to, like, have fun. He was literally... There's like a clip. There's a clip. He was literally just dancing during our picket bands. Like he literally didn't say a word, dude. He was just doing the Macarena, whatever the thing. There's a clip of it somewhere. But it definitely impact. Like a coach is definitely really good to have. So we definitely should try to look for one. Yeah.
I know I've seen some people out there. We had Lermy Wormy on the other week. She was looking for a coaching job, and I know she's got some experience out there, but I'm sure there's a ton of people out there, and to me it always made sense, like just having that extra pair of eyes on the situation, because you see it through your perspective, and to have someone else that can be like, all right, I understand what you saw, but did you think about this? And then it's just like, oh shit, well maybe I didn't think about that, that's why that went like, okay, I would think it would be helpful. It surprised me that there was a lot of vacancies in the early rosters, and I'm just hoping maybe that just kind of gets filled out here.
Right, I can't believe Alpha Jackal didn't get a spot somewhere.
I think the problem with him is that, he didn't. I don't think he wanted to get a coaching job until it was like too late, and then contracts were already signed, and now he's kind of just like. I think
got caught on the outside looking in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think who knows, dude.
All right. Well, those were the questions that slipped away from me because again, I'm getting old and these things. Hard to keep them all on the forefront and keep all these yahoos together.
Excuses.
Yep,
so you guys gonna all wear your denim jackets this year?
I don't know, dude. Probably not.
Get some patches on the back,
Oh, would you guys go to Goodwill and get those things?
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot he was like rocking that, dude. I had my jersey on, and I just looked to my right. I'm like, what the hell, dude? What's going on over
here? Team building exercises. Good things, right?
We'll do some team dancing.
I expect some hot new moves this year, definitely.
All right.
We're going to hold you up to that. And So, hey, well, I think we can go ahead and wrap up here. I think we're at a pretty good time for the week. I think we've hit all the bases we need to hit. So, before we say our goodbyes, Guy, who we got coming up next week?
Next week, we have God Designer Titan Clumsy coming on the show.
Oh, snap.
Damn.
So, as always, feel free to ask your questions out there in the Discord or out there in the social media. But, now's the time to get your God pitches together, folks. Just saying. Okay. You guys could be a little more interactive. Now, come on, people.
I'm so tired, dude.
Yeah. No one.
Yeah, it is. It is late. We got a late start tonight, but hey, it was still good time. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Paul, how can people find you out there in the social media world and so forth?
Twitter.com/Paul from PC.
Cool. And you do stream too, right?
Yeah. Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Paul from Smite.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
On Twitch. There we go. Guy, how can folks get a hold of you?
Find me on Twitter at GSmitey. You can find me on PlayStation at GuyAJ78 and on Xbox at GuyAllSmitey. I guess with crossplay now, you can hit me up if you're on Switch player on the that same tag.
All right. Bagel?
Find me on Twitter at Beagle_Girl27 or hit me up on PlayStation at Beagle_2780. I said that wrong. I know I did, right? I think I said that wrong.
Well, y'all figure it out, okay? She's not going to say it again.
It don't matter because if you message her, she ain't going to join you anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah. She's on break. And then even then. Oh.
I don't know. I'm always like, Netflix.
Hey, also don't forget, make sure you're hitting us up with those subscribes, follows, hearts, thumbs ups, bells, whistles, whatever have you, subscribe buttons, help us out. Cause, we love it. We do this for you guys. And, every week there's new people coming around and saying hi and getting questions in and so forth. And, just we're having a blast.
Yes.
And, go ahead, Beagle. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
To everyone, I'm sorry if I pronounced your names wrong. You guys have some people here have strange names.
I think we could have a whole episode on just some of the stranger names we've seen. But anyway, you can also email us at community@splitpushpodcast.com. You can find myself here at DirtNapsDad, which is dirt_naps_dad, both on the Twitter and the PlayStation Network. Haven't been streaming for a while. I want to, but it's a timing issue for me and so forth. And my wife likes to sit with me when I play Smite, but doesn't want to be on camera and quite haven't been able to resolve that yet. So, and I'd rather spend time with her. So, if you'd seen her, you'd know why. So, anyway, when it comes to dirt naps, you got to give them before you take them. And when all else fails,
Split push.
push.